This is Jen's fashion channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut this trending crisscross dress. So if it is what you are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. This pattern paper is not unfold because I'll be working on the right part of the dress and left part of the dress differently. So I'm going to draw a line to demarcate the two sides like so. The next thing is to get my neck curve, and I'm going for a round neck. So I'm using 3 inches for my neck depth and 3 inches for my neck width. I will mark and connect like so. Then I will come up from this point by 1.5 inches diagonally. I will mark it and I'll connect these 3 points like so to get a perfect round curve. The next thing is to take my shoulder measurement. So I'm going to take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2. I will mark it and I will come down by 1 inch from that point for my shoulder slope. I will mark it and connect it to the neck width like so. The next thing is to get my armhole line. And for me to get my armhole line, I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So my actual armhole line measurement is 8.1 inches, but I'm going to remove 1 inch from it because I don't want anything to show on the armhole area. I will mark it and I will connect like so. Then I will draw a line from those points like so as my chest line. Then I will add half an inch joining allowance on the shoulder line. I will mark and connect like so. Then for my bust line, I will come down by 10 inches from the shoulder line. I will mark and draw the line. I am taking the vertical measurement of the two sides of the dress simultaneously. Then for the under bust line, I will come down by 3.5 inches from my bust line. But if you're of a bigger size, you come down by 4 inches. If you're of a smaller size, you come down by 3 inches. I will mark and draw the line. Then I will come down by 16.5 inches from my half cut length. I will mark it and add half an inch joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. The next thing is to take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7, divide by 2. It will give you 3.5 inches. Then I will add half an inch joining allowance. I will get 4 inches. Then I will mark it on the bust line and I will connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then the next thing is to get the underbust dart. And for me to get the underbust dart, I'm going to take the difference between the bust line and the underbust line, and I have 3.5 inches there. If I divide it by 2, it will give me 1.75 inches. I divide 1.75 inches by 2, it will give me 0.88 inch. So I'm going to take the 0.88 inch to the right and 1.75 inches to the left. That's if the difference between your bust line and the underbust line is 4 inches. Divide the 4 by 2, it will give you 2. Divide the 2 by 2 again, it will give you 1. Take 1 to the right and 2 to the left. Are we on the same page? Then I will come down by 1 inch from the bust point. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. I will mark and connect to the underbust dart like so. Then I'll connect the underbust dart straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then on this side, I'm going to take my neck curve just the same way I did on the other side like so. Then I will take my shoulder measurement, get my shoulder slope, connect it to the neck width just the same way I did on the other side like so. Then I will get my armhole line. I will mark and connect like so, and I will draw a line like so as my chest line. This is me basically repeating what I did on the other part of the dress. I will add half an inch joining allowance on the shoulder line. I will mark and connect like so. Then I will connect this to the chest line like so. For the shoulder, I'm not going to make use of all the shoulder measurement, okay? So I just want to take 2.5 inches from the shoulder measurement. You can take 3 inches. It purely depends on you. Then the next thing is to get where I want the crisscross effect to stop. So I'm going to come down from those points. That demarcation point, it should be the center of the neck, okay? I'm going to come down from it by 6 inches and I will mark it. If you take a look at this picture, you can see that this dress is quite revealing. So I'm going to come down from the bust point by 1 inch. I will mark it. Then from that point I marked, I will go in by 1 inch. I will mark it. Then I'll connect this my shoulder point to this 6 inches point I came down with, and connect that 6 inches point to this 1 inch point that I went in with. Then I'll connect straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then the next thing is to get the overbust dart. So I'm going to get the midpoint of this my shoulder line. I will mark it and connect it to the bust point like so. Then from this point, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch and go out by 1/2 inch to form a dart. Then I will come up by 1/2 inch from the bust point like so. I will mark and connect it to the overbust darts. So I'll go ahead and measure the two curves to ensure that they are equal. So after measuring, I found out that the one at the right side is longer than the one at the left side with about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to extend the one at the left side with 1/2 inch so that it will not be shorter than the other. Then I will connect it to the chest line like so. I will go ahead and take my horizontal measurement on the chest line. I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this 1 inch dart intake here plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it. On the underbust line, I'm going to take my underbust measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it, and I'll mark the same thing on the joining allowance line like so. Then I will connect the markings to serve as a guide for cutting. We won't be needing this part. This is all for drafting. Follow me closely. Let's cut. So guys, this is it. I'll go ahead and cut another one so that you will see how it's going to crisscross. So guys, this is it. I'll go ahead and cut out the back part so I can use the neck part of the back part to give it the Hokta effect. Watch out to see how it goes. For the back panel, this pattern paper is unfurled. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will take 1 inch for my zipper allowance. I will mark and draw the line. For the neck curve, I will take 1.5 inches for the neck depth and 3 inches for the neck width. I'll connect like so. Then I will take my shoulder measurement divide by 2. I will mark it. And I'll come down by 1 inch from that point for my shoulder slope. I will mark it and connect it to the neck width like so. Then I will add 1/2 inch joining allowance on the shoulder line. I will mark and connect like so. Then I will come down by 7.1 inches for my shoulder line. I will mark and connect like so. And I will draw a line like so as my chest line. I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line and come down by 16.5 inches for my half cut line and add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I will take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2. I will mark it on the bust line and connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. Then from this point, I will go in by 1/2 inch and go out by 1/2 inch to form a dart. Then I'm going to extend this my bust point by 1 inch and I will connect it to these points like so. Then on this half cut line, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. Then I will mark and connect back like so. Then I will take my zipper allowance. On this half cut line, I will start taking my zipper allowance from that 1/2 inch I went in with, and I'll carry on like so. Then I will connect the markings. Then I will take my horizontal measurement. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it. On the half cut line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this 1 inch that intake here plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I will connect my markings like so. I will extend this my chest line like so. On the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for seam allowance. I will mark it. The back of the dress is back chestless, okay? So I'm going to start my cutting from the chest line like so. So guys, this is it for the back panel. Then for the Hogtie effect, I'm going to place the shoulder of the front panel on the shoulder of the back panel, okay, like so, making sure that the two shoulders align. And remember that we reduce the front shoulder to 2 inches, so that is going to reflect on the back shoulder. So I'm going to mark it like so. I have 2.5 inches on the shoulder, so I'm going to take that 2.5 inches here. I will mark and I will connect like so. Then I will cut. Then I will join the two shoulders like so. So guys, this is it. You can see how perfect it came out. So this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. See you in my next video. Bye.